Hi guys, welcome to the second part of the Splinter Cell Blacklist, Ghost, No Kill and Perfectionist walkthrough. This is Insurgent Stronghold in Iraq. We are on the journey to find Coben's buyer for whatever reason. I'll let you find that out or make it out for yourself. And just so you know, this starting part here where we're sniping as Briggs, there's no problem obviously, just follow the way that I do it and it'll work out fine. The killing, or the no killing, for that matter, is only as Sam. You're not meant to kill anyone as Sam, so as Briggs you're allowed to just go trigger happy, so a little bit of a change in pace, but this doesn't affect your score at any point, so. Okay, so we'll just start off. This is a nice mission, this one, out in the light. When you first see it in those trailers, I think everyone just thought, oh no, you know, same kind of Conviction kind of thing. Although I didn't hate Conviction, but yeah, I can understand why people would think that. They probably didn't do the right, or they didn't hype it up the right way at first, but it ended up being beautiful, so. Yeah, this is pretty much as stealth as possible. There was a couple of times where I could have knocked people out, and a couple of times where I did, and I probably didn't have to. I had a mate watching me play, so I decided to do something interesting for him. Anyway, just slowly trundle up these stairs. They creak a little bit, I don't think it really affects anything. With these two guys, they can spawn on the right side at the front of the car, or on the left side. Right, they're similar kind of paths at the end of the day. You can just creep around the back of the car if they spawn on the left side, or I mean around the front. On this left side here, I was anticipating that I would be able to walk around the back side of the car, but the guy decided to come over and have a chat, so I decided to oblige. Yeah, from here then that guy will just walk off and have his back facing you for a good period of time, so just quickly move across up the stairs and up to the front door where you'll get to use the tri-rotor for the first time. The handy little device reminds me of the UAV on Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Does the same kind of thing, I think, spots, and it also has some gadgets when you upgrade it later, but I guess we'll find that out later. Okay, so we just be careful of this guy. He's a bit of a pest. So most of the time you'll walk around that corner and you can just drive straight through. That time you decide to stay put and guard nothing. So anyway, just move around to the right if he stays put and hover up to the objective marker. That'll trigger this cutscene-ish type area where you find the buyer and make him out. Funnily enough, there's a pretty big explosion. I think something happens to the bot here, but for some reason they have absolutely no idea that you're here. So, and here's the explosion. Bang. Oops. Okay, so when you go through this door, be wary. Walk slow. Maybe even take your time. Wait for him to walk to that wall, and just head immediately right up the stairs, one flight, and jump over this rail in front of you. Now just jump straight out the window here and go across. And as you walk, just sneak along here, just go straight out the window there. You shouldn't have any problems getting spotted there at all. Jump through this window, but don't drop down immediately. There is a heavy armoured guy, and if you didn't already know, you can only attack them from behind or from above. You cannot run up in front of them and try and stealth take down them. They'll just feign it off. I was waiting. I mean, if you really don't want to kill him, he will circle around and check the doors on occasion, and at that point you'll just follow the light there and walk straight in and get to your objective. But if you grew impatient like me, you just wanted to smack his head into the floor. You lose a couple 100 points or so for that, so that's no real big deal. I did get Ghost Mastery on this one. Loading data on this cutscene, it's a long one. I apologise if you are an avid cutscene watcher and you are watching this for the story. I don't know. If I was you, I'd actually be playing the game rather than watching it. I don't understand why people do that, but yeah, I need to, I guess, find ways to cut down my video size, as uploading can take quite a long time. And I mean, I don't really think most people would really care for it. Anyway, spare him or kill him. Oh well, actually no, don't kill him. If you kill him, you'll void the achievement, I would assume. So he kills himself anyway, so you're not really doing anything to stop it. And drop down here and get into the, I'd say, the trickier areas of this mission. I'm intrigued to see how it goes later on in the game. I think it's going to get pretty hairy if it's anything like Conviction. So far these have been somewhat, not tricky, but you got to think your way through it a little. You definitely can't get in a firefight. You're done on Perfectionist if you get in a firefight. Anyway, just ascend and descend the cliff face. Do a bit of climbing here, a bit of platforming. There's a fair bit of it before you even see an enemy again here. Okay. Alright, so as you climb up, we're getting close to the bridge. Trying to, but failing to climb up the timber there. Okay, so start crawling through and just head straight up into the left corridor. You can go a myriad of ways, but you don't necessarily need to. I mean, it's really up to you how you play. You can knock people out if I don't. You can just play it different. I'm simply showing you a path to get the achievement. The way I go isn't the only way. I've only done these missions a couple of times, so basically just scale around the corner and watch for those two guards there. They get a bit hairy if you go a bit too early, and the same thing goes for here. Just creep up to the ledge and wait for them to finish talking. You'll see both of them will turn their back to you, although I almost got spotted going a little bit too gung-ho here. Okay, so there we go. They turn around a little, although that one has his left to me a little bit too much, and I, as you see, got touch spotted. But yeah, all in all, this is a guy that I hit for me mate while he was watching. So obviously, if you just creep past him, that'll add another number or another multiplier. I think you'll get 8 times for 2,600 points there. So if you want higher points, do that. Just traverse these caverns.
Looks like
and basically all it is a bunch of camps, like, you know, split up by caverns, and yeah, it's pretty simple. There is a lot of guards though, so would avoid getting in a firefight at all, because you will get slaughtered. You really have no hope, in my opinion, of surviving. Okay, so just climb over there. Don't go left. Like, even if you want to go a different way, don't, because there is a dog and he'll be a pain. No doubt he'll come and sniff you out and then chase you. Okay, so just be patient. There's two guys talking here. One will walk off and then one will start walking the other way and look at some plans. At that point we're going to follow him and wait for him to move on so that we can just sneak through this area. As you see, he's looking at his plans. Looking at his plans. Okay. There he goes, and now we will be hot on his tail. Remember, try not to get too close, or if you are close, try not to push your left thumbstick in all the way, otherwise you will be in a bit of strife. He'll turn around and catch you. You could probably knock him out, but oh well, we won't do that to this fellow. I'm sure he's a very nice guy. Okay, so basically just wait and wait, and this is what a lot of this game is about, waiting. And as we do that, he turns. Use a handy tip is to use sliding to cover like this. you can go in between covers and, you know, slide in between areas and have a great deal of oh, sorry, English fail there. Far less of a chance of getting spotted. As you see here, I wait, and he goes in two pretty awkward positions, and I mean, you could dodge him, I imagine, but I didn't feel the need to. There's no real point to it. If I was a leaderboard whore, then maybe, but I'm not. So anyway, just patrol through here again. The caves, as I said, they get split up, and I think there's just one more camp to go here, and we are pretty much home free. This one's probably the most difficult of them, though. There is quite a great deal of guards, and you don't need the radar from the Paladin, and I mean, you can afford the radar off the first, after the first mission with the amount of money you make, but the radar helps a great deal in this scenario, because there's one guy on the path that we go, we need to drop past him, there's no real way to avoid it, and he will turn around. It's just very hard to see him from the position that we're perched on, so as you'll see here, we'll just creep up to the right. Be careful of the two guys there, obviously, and then two guys here. Quickly sneak. They can be in varied positions, so just do it at your own, in your own time. But just sit there over the edge, and this is what I'm talking about. You'll notice on the radar, I think eventually I'll stop. Just give me a second. Don't worry about him; he won't be an issue at all. But if you look on the radar, the red mark directly north of me, that's the guy that you want to turn around. You can see him just north. Yep, there we go. Now the top one there, you want to wait for it to turn around. He's the only one that will really catch you if you do this, and as you see, I wait for him to turn around and do it, and there's no issues. But if you do drop down, obviously, I mean, if you don't have the radar, you can just try and luck it. I mean, luck out, and you should be fine. I mean, obviously you have the luxury of restarting checkpoints, so it's not a really big issue at all. Once you pass there, you pretty much just do a little bit of platforming and running around to find the final objective. Just have a fairly lengthy cutscene and then a short escape chase where you run through a broken building. So you're pretty much done now, no more enemies. So thanks for watching this one. There will be more very shortly, and yeah, I hope it helped, and just leave a like if you can, and I'll catch you next time.
Briggs, I need that chopper now. LZs are too hot, we can't put her down. Sam, more missiles incoming. I'm using the hook. 5 seconds, hurry up, Sam.